afternoon it says that there was a
Sir,
problem with the Nottingham
excuse
Town
me, sir.
Let me read it.
It's my question. May I ask it? Thank you.
Okay.
It's directed directly at Lillian Goddo. Is that your name, sir? Wood. My apologies. I've only lived here for a few months. It is known that you had problems with your tram lines. They were buckling and in the heat, and that's been addressed at quite some great cost. However, what hasn't been made public is that the German company that supplied the cement for the tram lines has now contacted the council and told them that the cement is substandard and will crack and break over a winter period. That is going to cost a huge amount of money to replace, and that information has been covered up until after the election. Would you care to address that for me, please?
Thank you, best for all
That is John Collins, your leader of the council.
Okay. Well, obviously, tonight's hustings is about being the member of Parliament rather than running the City Council.
The cover-up council. The cover-up council. No, it's not the City Council, it's a cover-up council.
Happily address your question. So, the contract to build and run the tram has gone to Taylor Woodrow Alstom. They're one of the biggest construction companies around. Alstom run dozens of tram systems across the world. I think all of us who spend time in Clifton, those of you who live in Clifton, have been pretty horrified actually by the Taylor Woodrow Alstom and their ability to employ decent workers to get on with the job and do it in a proper way. I know I was outside Clifton Leisure Centre a couple of months ago. I saw them digging up the concrete alongside the tram line. I said, what's the matter? They said it was the wrong sort of concrete. That shouldn't happen. Absolutely, it shouldn't happen. And the fact that the tram is going to overrun by at least 6 months, that shouldn't happen. That's why there are huge penalties on Taylor Woodrow Alstom for failing to deliver on their contractual obligations. If this is right, and that they fail to use the correct materials in order to build the tramway, that's going to cause further disruption and delay.
And cost.
Taylor Woodrow Alstom need to explain how on earth they've allowed that situation to happen. Because when you are a major public body like Nottingham City, funded in the most part through the national government, you expect that when you use a suitable contractor that they will deliver the job and they'll deliver it on time and on budget, and they fail to do that, and they need to answer those questions. And I am more than happy to follow that up, to find out if that's accurate, and to ask questions of Taylor Woodrow Alstom and the City Council's NET team about what they're going to do to make sure that that situation is rectified and what impact it will have on Clifton residents.
My question hasn't actually been answered. My question hasn't actually been answered. My question was, why was it suppressed until after the election? If I hadn't have come down here and mentioned it today, no one would have known. Why do you cover everything up?
I am completely
I didn't do it. You're a representative.
I'm not a member of Nottingham City Council. I don't run the City Council. I am happy to ask questions of the City Council and to tell them when I think they've got it wrong. But it's not me who runs the City
John
Council.
Collins again.
It wasn't my fault.
Thank you, Lillian. We had one last hand that was raised earlier, and this was...